Welcome to this new episode of Inspirations. I'm Christelle. I'm a knitter and an indie dyer and an indie designer, and I'm very happy to be sharing this new episode of Inspirations. That's episode 10 of season 6. And thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to the podcast, thank you so much. You can expect a podcast every Monday afternoon at 5 p.m. Paris time. When there's not been a fiber festival just before. The newsletter is sent out at the same time, Monday afternoons, 5 p.m. It's very important. Don't hesitate to subscribe. The link is below. It's only 1 email per week, and it's very useful because it tells you what's new in the shop, my dates with fiber festivals, and so on and so forth. What I'm currently doing, if there's new important information to pass on to you, it's via the newsletter, and most importantly, some very specific items go for sale only to my newsletter members. That's the case for the advent calendar, so don't hesitate to subscribe. And the link is in the notes just below. And the shop is updated every Monday afternoon, with the exception again when there's been a Fibers festival just before. Yeah, so welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Lots of things to share with you today. I'm still just in awe of this bullet journal thing. I know that maybe you're going to be a bit fed up about that, but I just wanted to share with you the progress. I've been able to make so much progress on some huge projects that were very important to me thanks to this tool, and I've been using it only like for a month. That's so cool. So the first thing I wanted to share with you is something I'm very proud of. I touched on it without telling you anything really in details at the end of last year, but I've been working secretly for quite a while on a project that I submitted to Len Publishing, and I was accepted, and my pattern is in there. So I've just received the book. I told you about that before, but I thought I would tell you again, because it's huge. Actually, it was on my bucket list since 52 Weeks of Socks was first published. I had this idea that I wanted to be part of that. So when Len Publishing reached out to offer me to ask me if I would like to submit a design for volume 2, although the period was crazy busy, I just said yes, because it was on my bucket list, okay? So it was really important to me. So I worked hard coming up with a design that I was really in love with, and that's the Romance Socks. And it might ring a bell because it was actually at the same time that I was working on my Satisfaction shawl, and I thought, well, with a little work, I could totally adapt the lace pattern to a sock, and that's what I did. I adapted the Satisfaction pattern, Estonian star flower pattern, so that it can be worked as a center panel on a sock, and it worked out beautifully, and those are my socks. Okay, and I'm so proud of having my own pattern in a book. That's such a high. Okay, I can't seem to get down. I'm so happy. So I thought I would share that with you, my happiness about this. There's a lot of absolutely gorgeous socks pattern in there as well. I really love that opus. It's not just based on my pattern, but I think the patterns are really, really beautiful, and a gorgeous follow-up to the first volume of 52 Weeks of Socks. So you can definitely grab the book. You won't regret it. I think it's available worldwide it's available online. It's available to the yarn shop next to you. I think it's almost everywhere. I am so proud and happy. So I wanted to share that with you guys. It was very fun because yesterday I had, a sock party at a local yarn store, local to me, and the owner is a friend, and we had this whole day of sock themed things, and I had the sample, I had my sock yarns, and she had a lot of things put together around the theme of knitting socks, and I signed some books, and it was so good, so I mean, it's crazy good. So that's it, and that brings me actually to satisfaction. I know some of you are waiting for the pattern. I'm happy to report that I'm making progress. I'm going to send out the pattern for testing on the 7th of April, so that's very close. The date is very close, because I cannot, do everything at once. I'm going to have it tested in French as a start, and I will be translating it only once it's fully tested, in order not to have to put corrections into 2 patterns at the time. So I won't have it tested in English just as yet. Maybe once it's fully tested in French and translated to English, I will send it to a couple of you guys if you are interested, just for free, and if you want to knit it in English and make sure there is no mistakes in the pattern, but I'm going to work on really the testing in French, but just let me know if you'd like to receive it in advance. Maybe I will have like 5 free copies to give away, and to people who are interested in knitting it first and checking it out for like typos or things like that. Yeah. So I'm so cool, and I'm happy because I'm making progress on that. I mean, it's been in the works since like September or something. So yeah, I'm very happy to be making progress on that. And again, because I had it on Fiber Shows, I know that some of you are waiting for it. So it's coming, guys. Okay, it's coming. Next item that I wanted to talk to you about is my Almanac colorway for the month of April. So I'm going to share with you the mood board here. This time around, I just had my mind like, going wanderlust. I'm fascinated with everything about the national parks in the USA. I've never been there myself. It's also on my bucket list for some. Like, I'd love to see Yellowstone, for example, or like the Grand Canyon, or some landmarks like this that I really would like to see at least once in my life. And it gets my imagination going. You say, maybe I'm romanticizing a bit, but it's really getting everything worked up in there. And this time around, I wanted to project myself in ideas of like national parks, landscapes, more like in the south of the US, like more desert and Rocky Mountain kind of types of landscape. When it's hit by the sunlight at the end of the day, and it gets all pink and all and yeah, that's the idea for this month. And the colorway of the month based on this mood board is called Rose des Sables, which translates to, I think, sand rose, and the contrasting colorway is called Fleur de Cactus, which is cactus flower. So I'm going to share it with you right now. Here it is. That is Rose des Sables. So it's a very delicate pink, orange and yellow base with a lot of multicolor speckles to bring it to life. And this is on Lurex. This is on extra fine fingering. This is on BFL. So BFL is always a bit yellow to start with, so the colorway is more yellow. And you can see, that's a client that told me that yesterday, and I think it was a good choice of word. The speckles are less defined, more diffuse than on a merino-based yarn. This is Stellina. And the last one is a new base to the shop. It's extra thin silk fingering, so it's 75% extra fine merino, it's super soft, and 25% silk, and it's actually gorgeous. And it's like the cousin of the extra thin fingering, but it's less plumpy because of the silk, and it can totally work for socks as well. And it's gorgeous, it takes the dye beautifully, and it has this lovely shine to it. I'm in love with that. I can't wait. I will need the socks, the April socks with this one. I can't wait, really. It's beautiful. And then the contrasting color is absolutely beautiful. I like it. I love it. It's actually a color that I wanted to be working with for a long time. So it's called Fleur de Cactus, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous warm yellow, super bright with a lot of different nuance in there, and lots of depth to the colorway because lots of different use of yellow with like bright orange speckles. This is an extra thin fingering. My battery is almost dead. I'm going to change it right in a few seconds. This is on Stellina. Sorry. This is on BFL. On Lurex. And this is on yes, extra fine soie fingering. So that's merinos and silk, extra fine merinos and silk. And I'm going to change batteries right now, guys.